This is that one.
Hello, hello.
We're back,
Happy Friday, Colts. I'm your host, Cole,
and I'm your host, Patrick.
and these are your announcements for.
Friday, January 29th, 2021.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 5 of season 3 of Culture TV, and welcome to our first episode of 2021. We want to wish you all a belated Happy New Year and tell you that a lot has happened since our last episode in December of 2020.
Yep, we have all started officially our spring one term, so we hope all of you are getting used to having 4 classes now instead of 3.
Yep. Please remember that your spring terms will be now until March 11th and 12th, and then your spring term 2 starts right before spring break. Even though we started all new classes in the spring, Culture TV is still committed to giving you content and information about El Camino High. We are committed to you, Colts.
Now, let's start off the show with something positive.
So, since our last episode, there has been much advancement on the COVID-19 vaccines that are now being given out to the public.
So far, on the market, we have 2 main COVID vaccines, Moderna and Pfizer, with over 40 million doses being distributed in the United States.
This is a monumental milestone that will keep us moving forward in fighting the pandemic.
Yes, agreed 100%.
As of now, the U.S. had administered over 20 million doses, and we are still scheduling more and more appointments for the vaccine every day.
I think this is a good sign to be on a closer path to recovery. So, Cole, can I ask you a question?
Sure, what's up, Patrick?
How was your winter break, and did you do anything fun?
It was good. I spent Christmas with my family, which is all I could ask for. What about you?
Yeah, me too. Me too. It's hectic with this corona for sure.
It sure is.
Did you know that our very own music department is still performing virtually? Yep, we got a special promo for you all. Roll the clip.
Wow, that was cool. I'm happy Elko's musicians have access to all their instruments still and can play and perform for us.
Hey, Cole, did you remember we had a 3-day weekend a couple of weekends ago?
I sure did. It was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday on this 15th of January, and we want to take a special moment to acknowledge his message, especially during these important political times.
Speaking of politics, at the start of 2021, we elected our 46th U.S. President, Joe Biden, and Vice President Kamala Harris.
There was a special inauguration that took place on January 20th and included amazing speakers. Plus, we officially swore in our elected officials.
The inauguration was a historical day. Our country elected our first African American female for vice president and also gave the youngest poet ever the opportunity to read and perform. That poet is none other than Amanda Gorman.
So we wanted to try and do something a little different in order to recognize the importance of the political voices of both Dr. Martin Luther King and activist Amanda Gorman. They've given us such inspiration and hope when we needed it the most.
To observe the MLK holiday, we have a special edit to show you. Roll the clip.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
When day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light in this never-ending shade? For there is always light if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it. We are striving to forge our union with purpose, to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man.
Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring, and if America is to be a great nation, this must become true.
And so we lift our gazes not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. Being American is more than a pride we inherit. It's the past we step into.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
We will not march back to what was, but move to what shall be, a country that is bruised but whole, benevolent but bold, fierce and free. If we merge mercy with might and might with right, then love becomes our legacy. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace, and the norms and notions of what just is isn't always just is.
Thank you to advanced video art student Kyle Marzan for sharing his work with us.
Hey, seniors, you should all know about an important Future Lab scholarship.
If you are intending to major in science, technology, engineering, or even math, then you should be interested in this special scholarship that will hand out over $100,000 to 6 graduating seniors for college.
Please go into El Camino School Loop for more information and apply by February 10th. Don't miss out.
Attention Colts, El Camino's very own community-based instruction garden needs support. If you would like to help the plants and greenery on campus, please contact Ms. Balamiento at balamiento@ssfusd.org or DM at Valentin71815.
We want to thank those that are supporting the CPI Garden while we are distance learning and continue to see it grow. Recently, CVI received a special donation of living material cards for plants. We are looking for plant foster parents to keep these baby plants alive, to give loving care, kind conversation, and water sunshine. Remember, Colts, gardening is a great stress reliever, so help out and get in touch with Miss B.
Speaking of stress relief and our distance learning, all of us have had to continue to make sense of our pandemic and all the changes that come with it.
One huge chance is how we do sports. and we want to try and get an inside look. Luckily, we have a special Culture TV reporter going a little deeper and asking a few important questions to follow El Camino classmates and athletes. Roll the clip.
So good morning, Jalen. How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Today I'd just like to ask you about a couple things related to the lockdown and COVID-19. So did you play a sport or have any like hobby you used to do regularly before the lockdown?
Yeah, I've been playing basketball since my freshman year.
Do you find it hard to pursue now? Like, what do you do to keep pursuing that hobby you do?
So we don't practice as much, but when we do practice, we do take the safety precautions where we sanitize our hands during breaks, and we do one-on-ones, and it is contact, but we are wearing our masks the whole time.
So do you guys still play games against other schools, or how does that work?
We've been playing locally, but right now there's no CIF league right now. So we're just going through tournaments right now.
So I'd like to ask you, like, what do you feel like is one thing you've lost over the pandemic?
I really lost my junior year, and it could have been the year where we won the league title and maybe CIF champs, but it was kind of stolen from me because of COVID.
Definitely feel for you. What do you think? Is there anything you feel like you've gained though?
I've gained a lot more experience in tournaments since we aren't really playing for schools around us. So I actually got the opportunity to play in a tournament at Ladera Ranch.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day.
Okay, thank you, you too.
Hey, Colts, are you looking for a little excitement and drama? Do you enjoy a good mystery? Then look no further because our very own drama club has a special announcements for y'all. Roll the clip.
Hi, Colts. We are your drama club officers, and we have some exciting news to share with all of you.
Even though we couldn't perform on stage for the fall production, we directed 2 suspenseful radio shows for your viewing pleasure.
Directed by us, our drama club members got their first chance to perform this year, with the shows Knock at the Door and The Dark.
These 2 stories are suspenseful and filled with thrill and fear. Beware that there is a content warning of mature topics in both of the productions.
You can scan these 2 posters for access or find the links on our Instagram page at ECHS Drama Dept.
Let's take a quick look at our 2 shows.
Mrs. Kruger, what are you going to do? No, stay away. Stay away, I tell you. Don't come closer. I can't stand your coming closer. Stay away. No, don't touch me. No, get your hands off of me, you old bat.
Such a large room. If you've got one a
On
little
the contrary,
smaller...
my dear Miss Malone, you'll find this one small enough. Perhaps a little too small. Yes, indeed, entirely too small.
But, Mr. Stewart... walking the door?
Wow, that was so scary. I wonder what will happen next.
It nearly blew my socks off.
I was at the edge of my seat the whole time.
I wonder if I can even sleep tonight. Well, we hope that you enjoy them. Please leave a comment, like, and share if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more.
Now, lights out.
Yeah, that sounds fun, Cole. I'm sure a scary podcast can always fill in our free time.
Yep. So, Patrick, how do you keep up with your homework and your classes? Do you ever feel like you need help?
Yeah, all the time. But sometimes I do need a little extra tutoring because I'm behind most of the time.
Well, Patrick, keep in mind that all ELCO students have 24/7 access to free tutoring with a company called Paper. So, Colts, go to paper.co and start chatting with a tutor anytime or any day to help you with your classes.
Sounds like a great resource. I really need that. Good thing they made it.
Hey, Colts. Culture TV needs you. Yeah, you. We are in need of a weather forecaster to tell us how the weather is doing here in the Bay Area.
Attention, all aspiring weather forecasters. If you want to do the weather for our Culture TV channel, please email Mr. Britton at dbritton@ssfusd.org. He will fill you in.
Now, before we go, we try and end with a little laughter, Patrick. Do you know any jokes?
Wait, hold on. All right. What do dogs wear for distance learning?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Pajamas.
Nice one, Patrick. That made me laugh. Now, please stand up and join us for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
All right. That's all we have for you this week, Colts. I am your host, Patrick.
And I'm your host, Cole, and this has been Culture TV.
Go 2021.